What's up, guys? I tell you what, awesome morning to be riding a bike into work. Weather today and tomorrow are supposed to be perfect. Low humidity, and if you live in Tennessee, anytime they say low humidity, you're already ahead. Well, it's been a minute, but finally getting out on the bike. Figured, heck, I'm gonna ride it into work today. Too beautiful day not to ride. And as much as we got going on, I'm not going to lead the truck today. So how y'all what y'all guys been doing? I mean, it's already summertime. Kids are out of school. For y'all that don't have the kids, out traveling. You know, leave me a comment down there. What y'all guys doing? What y'all's trips? Where have y'all went to? I've got to go east for a little bit, out toward West Virginia, and then I'm gonna come back. Not gonna be on the bike though, but I got some business I gotta take care of. I am kind of excited, for the guys that's been following me, or you've watched the first few videos. You know as well as I do that you know as well as I do that one of my passions was getting out dirt bike, trail riding. And due to the back injury and stuff, I hadn't, that's what got me into this thing. But turn of events, feeling better, and I'm really looking at getting another dual sport as well. A couple of buddies and I are wanting to do the Tennessee portion of the Trans-American Trail, possibly this fall. So I figure what I'm going to do is pick up, probably, more than likely, get on Craigslist, Marketplace, get on there somewhere, try to find me a used bike. Now, in saying that, I've been looking and checking and seeing what I was going to like. And to be honest with you, I've kind of narrowed it down to a DRZ 400 WR 250 and I was looking at the CRF 250. That's in that range, that 200 to 400 range. But I'm also looking at an XR 650 by Honda. But leave me some comments, man. Tell me what you think. As far as me, I'm 6 foot. By then, I'll be down to 230. One of the guys that I'm looking at going with, he's looking hard at that CRF 250 Rally. He likes that thing. And, I've watched enough of those YouTube videos on Trans-American Trail, various bikes. I wouldn't look forward, because you're going to drop it. I mean, that's that's a given. I mean, unless you're out there just creeping, and even if you're creeping, there's some spots you can't be creeping through. You need to think about it, do what you got to do, and make it happen. But you know you're going to drop that bike. And I was reading some of the TAT posts on Trans-American Trail Group on Facebook, and there's a fella that was going through West Tennessee. It's just a sticky mud down that way where he was at, which that's normal for down there, you know. And then you come over on the east side and you're rock and cedar trees. But majority of his pictures, the bike was taking a nap. So you know it's going to happen. But in saying that, he's driving a bigger bike. Me, I do not prefer picking a bike up that is weighing stupid amount. I've already got all my gear for the Trans-American Trail. Well, for camping or going out anywhere. I mean, I've got everything I need. My bags, all my camping gear. Thing about it is, you know, if you think about it, as light as possible is what you're looking at. And that's the thing right there. And in the most part, those bikes that I mentioned kind of fall into that category that I want. Coming out of that DR 650, which don't get me wrong, that's an awesome bike for what I wanted to do. A reliable motor, and you know that falls back into that DRZ, but DRZ is a lighter bike, and that's something I've got to keep an eye on. Not exactly be the best thing to get out there and wrench your back up. And that's the reason I want to go with some other guys, you know, making sure they don't ride alone. I guess the Goldwing, man, you know, it has you spoiled in a sense. Backrest, a seat that you could watch TV in. At least I'm not reaching for that clutch when I first got it. I've caught myself reaching for that clutch more than once. Gotta love the DCT. But you know, you get an urge. You get a, I don't know what you'd call it, some feeling that you know, you're wanting to do something. You're wanting to get out and do a certain route from point A to point B. In my case, that point A to point B is, you know, some of it's dirt, some of it's hardball like this right here. But that's something I don't really want to let pass by. I think the better half knows that. I don't want to get to the point where I'm at the age of saying, you know, man, I tell you what, I wish I just would have went ahead and done that. Of course, when I did hurt the back and was getting everything taken care of, they're like, well, you're not going to ride no more. Self-explanatory. You see what I'm doing right now. I ain't, like I said in one of those other videos, I've never quit shit. Ain't about to. plus with the fact that that's a section of the Trans-American Trail runs just south of my house. And I ain't talking, 30, 40 miles away. I'm talking, I see the bikes sometimes coming through the town. How many of you guys also have either your dirt bikes, your dual sport bikes? Not only getting out on the street and riding and cruising like we do, but how many of y'all guys get out there and also hit up the dirt roads, fire trails? For me, it's well, I grew up like that. I grew up in the mountains of West Virginia, swinging on grapevines and running logging roads and stuff when we was a kid. That was just part of life. And I relax more. I relax right here when I'm riding. I just talk to y'all guys. I'll either shoot a video or I'll just go out riding and just relax. But getting up in the mountains, getting out in the woods, that's another one for me. That's just peaceful. I can see it now. That's a, ride all day. It starts getting later on in the evening. Get later on in the evening, go ahead and find me a patch of dirt somewhere. Kind of go over a little knoll or kind of up on an embankment someplace, out of sight, out of mind. Pitch up a hammock or a tent, depending on the weather. Well, what's quickest, I guess, and what time I got. Weather doesn't really matter. I've been out in some nasty stuff in the hammock. We're just as good as a tent. Sometimes quicker. But kick back, relax, get some shut-eye, O-Dark 30, and back on the trail again. And that run through Andrews, that's where we're going to start, is Andrews, North Carolina, actually. Coming out of Andrews, North Carolina, going up through there, and then dropping back down around Tennessee. Man, that's some awesome riding. But yeah, let me know what you think about those bikes. For those that do ride it, if you got an opinion on something else, I'm looking at weight, durability, and ease of the motor as far as working on it. I like an air-cooled motor. I know that some of them, didn't match that, but. That DRZ 400, that's just a workhorse looking machine. And of course I'm coming out of that 650. So did a bunch of research to get into that bike. But hey, I just wanted to touch base with y'all guys, let you know the plans, looking at those bikes. Let me know what you think in the comments. For you guys that doesn't dual sport, heck, I'm glad you're watching. I'm glad you're with me anyway on the channel. I'll link the video. I did a video explaining why. That was early on. That was right after I got the bike. But I did a video where I was basically out of dual sport, and this was the bike that I choose. I'll attach that to the end of the clip here. But hey, subscribe. I really would appreciate it, fellas. heck, any of you. I mean, if you like anything, just riding, or if you like getting out, especially on the Goldwing, awesome bike. Really would appreciate it if you would hit the like button, hit the little bell. That way, when I make another vid on something, or if I start picking these bikes out, you'll be able to figure out where I'm going and what I'm basing my stuff off of. But hey, I'm gonna jump off of here. Y'all guys have a good one. Be safe on the road.